Well, with the Xbox 360 store closing down soon, I decided I wanted to track down and buy whatever I could that piqued my interest on the store. So I sat down, looked through the store, did my research on the games that caught most of my interest, and made a list and checked it twice. Then I loaded up on some Microsoft funds. Join me as I go on a little Xbox 360 marketplace shopping spree and show you some of the games that are about to be yoinked from purchase. Hey, what's up everybody, StemMac35 here, and in today's video I'm going to be going on a little shopping spree of buying some of these digital only games on the Xbox 360 store before the store shuts down here in July. And basically what I aim to do with this video is I made a list, like I said, I'll go through it and I'm going to, purchase the games that I want that I made on the list. And on here I'm going mainly just for the exclusives, games that are digital and downloadable only, or at least easier to get digitally, that are 360 exclusive and they are not on the PS3. I've done my research. I'm pretty sure most of the games I'm going to be going for on here are digital exclusives to the 360 only, and they aren't on the PS3. It might be wrong, I might have missed one, but I'll see about it. And not only going for games, but also DLC for some games too, since that'll be yoinked from the store as well. And if you guys have seen my 360 collection, you know what games I have, and see what kind of games have DLC that I need to buy off of here too, that I plan on playing in the future. I already go ahead and get the DLC. So that's basically what I'm aiming for this is this 360 exclusives and DLC for games I need. I also need to further the research a little bit on the DLC side of things, just to make sure all whatever future 360 games I'm trying to pick up, I make sure I already have the DLC for that. But I think I'm fairly covered for the most part from what I was looking at. And you know what, hey, maybe if you guys are watching this, you come across this video, maybe you guys could use this video as like a guide, to see, kind of get an idea of what some of these games are in the store, and maybe something of it might catch your interest or anything like that. So without any more talking, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the list of games I made and start buying them. And here we go. Alright, and the first game on my list that I decided to pick up here is this game called Aqua. It's basically it's like an action arcade shooter, top down, takes place in the water. Yeah, it takes place in the water. You have it has like a steampunk aesthetic to it. That's some pretty nice looking cutscenes, but yeah, it's a first the screenshots aren't loading. It has like I said, it's a top-down arcade shooter that takes place in the water, steampunk type of vibes. It apparently has some kind of a few little tactical aspects to it. It's not a tactical shooter or anything like that, but it just apparently some sort of light tactical elements to it. And from when I looked up gameplay on this and watched some trailers and stuff, it looked pretty fun to me. And you can play this on the Xbox One too, apparently. So this is the first game I'm going to get. It's $4.99 on the Xbox Marketplace. Okay, and my next game that I have here that I thought looked pretty good is this game called Bloody Good Time. This is a like a multiplayer game where you go around and you have to find ways to kill the different people that you're assigned to kill and things like that. It's different, you can see very cartoony, very goofy multiplayer type game. Now, like I said, this is an online multiplayer game, but I think it has bots you can play offline. This is like a fun little game to play, like a fun just game, just run around, kind of just murder people and stuff like that. It'd be a nice game to get some people together with and start up a game night on or something like that. It seems like a fun little game like that. This is also made by the same people that made this game called The Ship, if you guys have ever heard of that. It's pretty much the same premise, except on the ship you're on a ship trying to kill people, and in this game it's like a Hollywood setting, stuff like that. This game is $4.99. It does not seem to be playable on the Xbox One, so you might as well so you're only going to be able to play this on the 360. Alright, and the next thing here is this one's a little piece of DLC. This is the Shuffle Dungeon for Blue Dragon. I couldn't find this one in the in like the store, like the main, you know, store thing. I had to like go do a search for this because it's DLC, not the game itself, since I have the Blue Dragon game, but I don't have the DLC for it yet until I purchase it here. Alright, next up is this package of 6 items. It's just 6 different little like treasures and things you can get. I'm just, you know, gonna buy it myself, just in, you know, so I don't miss out on any piece of content whenever I do get around to playing this game. And it's only $1, so you know it can't hurt to buy it. Why not? Oh, and also if you're browsing for Blue Dragon content on the 360 store, don't forget about this ultra hard mod they have on here. It's an ultra hard mode you can add to play the game at a higher difficulty and stuff. And the best thing about this one is it's free, so it's, you know, just a free ultra hard mode you can put on and download for this game if you like it that much, or you know, want to challenge yourself or anything like that. So don't forget your free DLC, everybody. Man, this 360 store, let me tell you, it's gotten to look like the PS3 store out here a little bit. Very slow. The store is like running very slow and kind of lagging and taking a little bit to load things. I remember when people clown on the PS3 store for running slow. The 360 store nowadays is kind of starting to crawl along there. Yeah, you guys might want to get these games off of the store as soon as you can, so you're not potentially screwed by the slow store experience. But either way, the next game on my list I thought looked pretty cool. This is a game called Charlie Murder. This is a I've always heard about this game, but I've never actually played it before. But it's apparently supposed to be a really good side-scrolling beat 'em up. You play as like this band. Apparently they were killed and got brought back from the dead, and they have to like take out the person that was responsible for killing them or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on the story, but it's something of that nature. But you know, I've always heard about this game, and I always heard good things about it, but like I said, never played it, so I figure it might as well be a good time to buy it and try it out for myself one of these days. It looks fun from what I've seen. It reminds me of like you know, like Alien Hominid or that Newgrounds kind of look to it. Looks pretty, it's got a pretty cool look to it. So yeah, this is $9.99, and it doesn't seem to be able to, you can play it on the Xbox One. Next up here we have Darwinia Plus. This is like a kind of like a strategy, like an action strategy game where you control like these little green creatures called Darwinians. You have to fight off some kind of virus or something like that. I've always seen this game. I remember seeing this game around like when it came out randomly, and I always just had like this weird kind of curiosity about this game. It looked kind of like fun. So I've never played the game since then. Then I was browsing the 360 store and realized they had this version of it on here. So I'm like, okay, cool. It seems like I'll give it a shot. Just, you know, see what it's like, and you know, see how it plays and stuff like that. I'm not really into like strategy games, you know, like those kind of top-down strategy games where you pick units and stuff like that. I've never been into those myself much, but like I said, I've always just had like this morbid curiosity of just wanting to try this game, see what it's like when I heard about it. So I just figured I'd get it here and get off the 360 store for $14.99. Seems like it's playable on Xbox One, and like I said, I'm pretty sure they do have this game on PC, but like if you don't really play PC like that, you're just looking strictly for 360 console stuff. I believe this is only on the 360 console wise, so yeah, you're gonna have to buy it off of here if you want to play it on console. Alright, next here we have is Duke Nukem Manhattan Project. This is a 2.5D side-scrolling game where you play as the Duke himself. Me personally, I haven't really gotten that into like the Duke Nukem games. I really just haven't played many or really any Duke Nukem games like that. I wouldn't mind playing, you know, some of the earlier ones, because those seem to be like the better received ones. But the rest of these pictures aren't loading. Sorry about this. I said the store's slow. But you know, lately I've been thinking about trying to get into like some of like the earlier Duke Nukem games, you know, like the first person shooter ones and stuff like that. And I thought this game looked kind of cool. The 2.5D perspective and stuff on this game looked pretty cool. It looked fun, and you know, I just figured I'd, you know, try it out and download it. And like I said, this is only on the 360 console wise. This did not get a PS3 version. So the only way I'm gonna be able to play this is on my 360. So I'm like, you know what? I want to try Duke Nukem game. I mean, look at that thing. You know, I might like Duke Nukem and want to play this, or you know, I might like this and then jump into the other ones. But yeah, like I said, this game just looks really fun and stuff. I watched some gameplay of it, looked pretty cool, so I decided to throw it on my list too. This is $9.99. It seems to be playable on the Xbox One. Alright, so next up here is a game I actually have seen before and stuff around when it came out, and that's the game called Exit. I remember when this was a PSP game originally. Like when I first saw anything about this game a long time ago when it came out, this was originally a PSP game. I actually had no idea this was even on the 360 until I was browsing the store looking for like games that I thought would look cool. I had no idea they put this on the 360. Never knew about that. I always had an interest in wanting to play this game. I had a PSP back in the day too. I never got around to buying this game or anything like that. So when I saw it on here, I'm like, hey, it'd be pretty cool to play it on here and on the bigger screen too. This one is actually a double feature. They even have Exit 2 on here on the 360 store as well, which to be honest with you, I didn't even know I don't think I was even aware they even had an Exit 2. I don't remember seeing anything about it or anything like that. So when I saw it on here, I'm like, wow, there's an Exit 2. I have no idea if this one is as good as the first one or not or anything, but I figure I might as well buy them both here. So yeah, I'll be buying Exit and Exit 2. Both of these are $9.99 a piece, and they don't seem to be backwards compatible, and they don't seem to be forwards compatible with the Xbox One or anything like that. Oh, and also keep in mind, if you do decide to get the Exit games, the first Exit has 2 additional stage packs. These are both free, and Exit 2 has a theme you can buy for your console, and this seems to be like some kind of additional stages or something, additional situations. But this for Exit 2 is about $2.49. So yeah, just be on the lookout for those if you guys do decide to get the Exit games. Okay, this next game is called Elements of Destruction. In this game, you're a natural disaster. Well, you play. I think you play as like a fire scientist or something like that. You're like a disgruntled scientist, and you can control like the weather, and you use the weather to enact revenge and cause a whole bunch of like natural disasters and stuff. I looked up some gameplay about this game whenever I found it on here on the store, and it looked like it might be kind of fun, just something just like wreak havoc and things like that if you ever wanted to. So I wrote it down and thought it looked pretty cool. I don't think it has a video tray yet. I had to go look up a video for this on YouTube, but to me it looked like it'd be pretty fun. So next game here is called Guwange or something, I think. It's hard to. This is like a shoot 'em up or shmup type of game. It's not a flying one, I don't think. It's one where you're like on the ground running and you have to like maneuver and shoot. It's basically like a typical shoot 'em up. It'd be real nice if I could show you guys what the game looked like beyond the title screen. Like I said, this 360 store is running slow. Good grief. Like I said, this 360 store is looking like the PS3 store out here. You guys might want to jump on this soon so you don't get screwed over. Okay, I can't. Okay, well, everything's downloading and I can't show you any more of the game, but yeah, I'll throw up, like some screenshots or something like that. And I got themes and a picture pack if you're into that. If you guys wanted to get some of that extras with this, but basically, like I said, this is like a shmup, shoot 'em up game. Apparently has online co-op and multiplayer too. So, but yeah, it's it's like a shmup. You're on the ground, you have different characters to play. So that was another one where I looked up gameplay of it and I thought the gameplay looked kind of cool. This is $9.99 and apparently it's playable on the Xbox One. Okay, so apparently I'm having an issue with trying to download any more games right now. I keep getting like an error. I got an error with the last game I tried to buy too, then I had to go through it again. And now it's like not even wanting to load for this. So maybe I need to just like wait a little bit like the rest of the games I have. Yeah, there it is. Maybe I need to let the rest of my games finish downloading before, but yeah, I keep getting this error sometimes. Might just wait just a little bit and get the rest later. Okay, I think we're back. I just like let the rest of the stuff download, and I'll download it, and finished and stuff, so maybe it just needed a break from all the downloading. But anyway, we're back. Next game here is well, the DLC for Lost Odyssey. This is another one that I didn't get through like the game itself. I just went into the search option and typed in Lost Odyssey. This one here is a dungeon pack that seems to give you an extra dungeon to play through. So if you really like this game a lot, you know, you get some extra content out of it. With this, it's just $1 here. And then next right here for Lost Odyssey also is this triple bonus pack, and you get 3 exclusive items and things like that, which seems to be pretty good. Like one apparently allows you to watch the past event scenes all over again. So if you want to recap or you want to watch a favorite scene or something like that over again, you could do that, which seems pretty cool, because I've played a little bit of Lost Odyssey, haven't beaten the entire game, but this game is really good, so that would be pretty cool. And see other things like that. And this is $2.49 to purchase the triple bonus pack. Okay, next we have here is this game called Marathon Durandal. I think that's how you say it. This is apparently this is a Bungie classic. Like, this was like one of the first, if not the first FPS Bungie ever made before they even did Halo and stuff like that. This was like the OG Bungie FPS. Now, I've heard of Marathon. Apparently this game has multiplayer too, I think. And yeah, I've heard of Marathon, but I've never actually played it before. I know this is supposed to be a classic, you know, the people that really grew up playing this game a lot. So when I found out it was on the 360 store, I'm like, hey, you know what, it's a Bungie classic, it's supposed to be pretty good. It looks kind of fun from what I've seen of it. And I decided to throw it on my list and give it a shot. And they got a map pack for this for $4.99. They got total cards packs, pictures, stuff like that. Let's see what else they got in here. I just wanted to showcase everything for people that might be using this as a guide to see what's on the store or whatever. Yeah, that's all the stuff that comes with it. And then the game itself is $9.99, and apparently you can play it on the Xbox One, so there you go. Next we have this game called Masquerade. This is a it's not gonna load the screenshots again, is it? Fantastic. This is like a third person action. Okay, there we go. Really, you can see that. It's like a really colorful, cartoony third person action adventure kind of game. When I looked it up initially, it was kind of hard to find a little bit of gameplay on this, but who knows? Maybe you can find better gameplay on it by now, maybe. But it seemed like a pretty cool little game. It looks like something I would play. That might be pretty fun. So I decided to, you know, give it a shot and see what it's like. Yeah, just give me your best shot, and I'll take care of you. This is $9.99, and it doesn't seem like you can play it on the Xbox One, so you can only really get on the 360. And once that 360 store gets snapped, this is gone forever. Next game here is this game called The Misadventures of PB Winterbottom. Now, when I had to search this game up, I tried to type the Misadventures part, but it wouldn't find it. And I couldn't find it in the M listings and the alphabetical thing, so I had to type in PB Winterbottom, or I guess it was Winterbottom. I guess maybe it's like a shorter display name or something like that. So if you want to look for this game on a 360 store, just type in Winterbottom. But technically the game is called The Misadventures of PB Winterbottom. Basically, I remember seeing this game randomly when like it came out, and I kind of forgot about it, but I always wondered in the back of my head, what was that name about this like black and white game about this dude that was running around looking to collect pie? And so that's all I can remember is like this dude in black and white game running around collecting pies. And it's this game. It's a PB Winterbottom, and it's pretty much like a 2D puzzle platformer game. I think you can like use clones and mess with time and stuff, I think, to solve puzzles. Kind of got like a braid like inspiration. So, and you play as this guy who runs around collecting these pies and stuff like that. I remember seeing this game like I said randomly when it came out, and I thought it looked kind of neat. I like the art style of it and stuff. I always wanted to play it, and this is a 360 exclusive also. So yeah, I definitely was like, yeah, I actually want to seek this game out and try to find, you know, what it was. It took me a little bit to find it, but yeah, this game looks pretty cool. It's $9.99 and seems to be playable on the Xbox One. And let's see, it has gamer pics, a theme, and a trailer for extras. So a brief interstitial on this one. As you can see, I had to turn to the Xbox website itself to find this one. This is for the this is a piece of downloadable content called Full Pack Data for Onichibara Bikini Samurai Squad for the Xbox 360. Now I looked for this on the 360 store itself. I tried to find it. I just typed in Onichibara, typed the name of the game, the name of the DLC, everything. Couldn't find it on the store. Sneaky Microsoft. They're trying to hide the goods from you. It's crazy. But basically, this is all. So yes, this Onichibara Bikini Samurai Squad game does have downloadable content. And this piece of content includes all the downloadable content in one pack. So instead of buying everything separately, you can just pay this one price and get all the special and legacy costumes and things like that, as you can see in the description of it right here. It's and it's $9.99, and like I said, I tried to search for it on the 360 store itself, couldn't find it. So if you want to get this DLC, you're gonna have to come to the Microsoft website itself to find it. Oh, and also they got some extra bit of content for this game here on the 360 store. If you wanted to spice up your 360 screen just a little bit, you guys can go ahead and buy that. Let you guys know that's on here. It's just it's just $1.99. Here's another game I came across when I was browsing the store that I was thinking about getting. It's called, here's the extras for it. And it's called Robo Blitz. From what I've seen, from what gameplay I looked up at this, it looks like to me it looks like a third-person action game where you play as this robot dude here, and you can run around and shoot up enemies and things like that. I think you kind of solve some puzzles too. I watched a little bit of gameplay. It looks like something I would play, a third-person action game. Well, I mean, not action, but as a third person, kind of like platformer, a little bit of shooting, little puzzle solving. I don't know, it looked pretty fun from when I looked it up, and it's just $4.99, just $5, and it's playable on the Xbox One, so that's what I decided to grab. Next game here is a pretty trippy one called Space Giraffe. This is a if you know about this, you pretty much recognize this. This is a Jeff Minter game. It's pretty much like the game Tempest, if you guys have ever heard of or seen or played Tempest. I've never played a Tempest game myself personally, but always wanted to. But yeah, Space Giraffe looks like a pretty cool game. So I decided I wanted to get this, and it's $4.99 and it's playable on the Xbox One apparently. This next game here is called Takedown Red Saber. And it's it looks like a first-person tactical shooter from what the gameplay I looked up on it. And it also looked, it looks a little jank, so I have no idea, how actually good or bad the game is. It seems like it's pretty decent from the gameplay I watched. It definitely has a little bit of jank to it, but I don't mind that. Main reason why I was interested in this is if you tell by looking at the screenshots, if you've played the games, this gives me some serious Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six vibes. Especially like the Vegas games, Vegas 1 and 2, stuff like that. I'm getting some major Tom Clancy vibes off of this, so I really want to try this out and play it. It looks pretty fun, from what I said, so I definitely wanted to pick this up. This is $14.99, not playable on the Xbox One apparently. It's got 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know. I'm willing to take a chance on it. If it's a good, decent tactical first-person shooter to really scratch that Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six itch that I have, that that Ubisoft just doesn't make the Tom Clancy games like they used to anymore. I'll take this if it's good. All right, and speaking of Jeff Minter from earlier, here's another one of his games. The main thing he made, Tempest. You can see here. I've always wanted to play Tempest. It looks like a really cool kind of puzzle game, action-y puzzle game. You have to go around the outskirts of these shapes and fight off all the little aliens and creatures that are coming at you before they reach you and kill you. I don't know, Tempest always looked like a cool game to me. They have various different things of Tempest on different compilations and stuff, and I've never played a Tempest game, but I always wanted to. So this looked pretty cool. It's just $2.99, so I'm like, sure, why not? Next up here I have is the Dishwasher. I hear here's the extras for it. I hear good things about this game. I remember seeing this game when it came out and thought it looked kind of cool, and ever since this game came out, just, you know, every time people bring it up, I hear nothing but good things about it. It's supposed to be very good, like kind of like the Charlie Murder games, you know, I showed off earlier in the video. So decided to go ahead and purchase this and finally give the dishwasher a try, see what all the fuss is about. It's $9.99. Can't play it on the Xbox One, I guess. And what's the dishwasher one without go ahead and picking up the sequel here? Let me see, this more dishwasher action for people that really liked it. So I figure I already know I get the first game, might as well go ahead and grab the second game because I hear good things about that as well. And here are the extras for it. And $9.99 and not playable on Xbox One, just like the first one. Okay, this next game here is called Thunder Wolves. This is a like a arcadey helicopter flight game. It looks pretty cool from what I've gameplay I've seen about it. Now, when you look up this game initially, it says there's like a PS3 version, and there you could buy a PS3 version of it. But from when I looked at it, I don't see it on the PS3 store itself anymore. So I believe this game has been delisted off the PS3. So I guess now technically this game is a Xbox 360 exclusive, so you can only get this on the 360 now. So if this game looks interesting to you, you want to play, I suggest looking into it and buying it on the 360 store, since it's no longer on the PS3 store. I even turned on my PS3 to check and it's not there anymore. Here's one that's really cool in my personal opinion. It's called Torchlight. Basically it's kind of like a Diablo-like game pretty much. So if you like Diablo games, you probably like Torchlight. Honestly, I like Torchlight a whole lot. I haven't really gotten into or played like Diablo itself too much myself personally, but I like Torchlight a lot. This game is really cool. I played this game on my computer years ago and I enjoyed it a lot on there, and I always wish there was a version of it that came out on like the consoles. As far as I'm aware, I don't think there's a PS3 version of this, and I don't even think there exists Torchlight on the PS4 or anything either. I know there's Torchlight 2 and 3 on the PS4/PS5 now, but I don't think Torchlight 1 is on PlayStation. So the only way to play a console version of Torchlight 1 is here on the 360, and then here's like all of the extras that come with it if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, I really enjoy Torchlight a lot. I'm not huge into Diablo itself, but Torchlight is really good. I've been wanting a console version of Torchlight 1 for a long time, so I decided to buy it off the 360 store, and it's $14.99 and playable on the Xbox One. What I have here is a bundle game, and this is the Twisted Pixel Games bundle. This game includes a copy of The Maw, Miss Splosion Man, and Captain Smiley. I remember when a lot of these games came out at the time on the the 360, it looked pretty cool, especially Captain Smiley. Like, that's the one I've been wanting to play the most was Captain Smiley. Ever since I remember seeing that game came out, I remember seeing, that game when it was announced and came out on the 360. I'm like, man, I always really wanted to play that game, and here it is right here. This game looks really cool, so yeah, I'm definitely downloading this. The Twisted Pixel games are only on the Xbox console-wise if you want to play them on there. And I hear good things about pretty much all of them. I remember The Maw too, and I heard good things about that, all of these games. So I'm like, you know what? And I found out they have this this bundle for $30, and I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely saving up and getting this. Alright, next game up is Unbound Saga. There's the extras for it here. It's got a couple free things here too. You guys could download. Actually, yeah. Let's see. Okay, they got some extra content you can get for free, seems like. So hey, that's pretty cool if you do decide to get this game. But basically, Unbound Saga, I've seen gameplay of this. It looks like a pretty neat 3D beat 'em up. It's 2D perspective, but it's a 3D beat 'em up. And if you guys are looking at this, if you know a certain game I'm thinking of too, I get big vibes off of that. And that's what was it, Comic Zone, that I think it was a Genesis game. Yeah, I get big Comic Zone vibes from this game, so I'm like, hey, that looks pretty cool. I like the comic book aesthetic. I like the art style for it. It looks pretty cool. I like 3D beat 'em ups, and this looked pretty cool. So I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely want to give this a chance. You can see the guy's hand like draws in enemies and stuff like that, and comic book panels. Huge inspiration, but from Comic Jumper. So if you like 3D beat 'em ups or Comic Jumper, you can check this game out. It's $9.99 and you can play it on the Xbox One. Alright, now this one right here. And when I found out they had this game right here, I'm like, dude, there's no way. This right here is Way of the Dog. Way of the Snoop D-O-double-G. This right here, here's the little extras for it. This right here is a rhythm game, or really it's a fighting game / rhythm game. You pretty much just play rhythm game music to various Snoop Dogg songs, and you also fight while doing it too. And I'm like, dude, when I found out they had this, I'm like, I have to get it. I have to. I freaking love Snoop Dogg, man. Gotta get it for the D-O-double-G.
Come on, man, what the fuck is you doing, cuz? Fuck! Fuck!
As you can see, it's $9.99. Unfortunately, it's not playable on the Xbox One for some strange freaking reason. And this, I checked everywhere to see if there's a PS3 version of this. Nope, doesn't exist. Snoop Dogg is a 360 exclusive. Can only get this off the 360. Definitely, I really want to get into this myself. So yes, definitely go ahead and pick this up. You gotta preserve this man Snoop Dogg's games, man. You gotta preserve them. Right, nearing the end here, the letter Y game for me on the 360 store is this game called Yar's Revenge. This is apparently a remake of the original Yar's Revenge from, like, I believe it was the Atari back in the day. It looks, from what gameplay I looked up about this, it looks pretty cool. It's like it's an on rails shooter, kind of like, you know, the Panzer Dragoon games. So if you like rail shooters and stuff like that, you like Yar's Revenge, or this game looks pretty cool to you or anything, I'd recommend checking this out. When I looked up, I don't think this has a PS3 version, so I think the only way to play this is the 360. And it's $4.99, not playable on Xbox One apparently. Alright, and lastly, or at least I think for right now lastly, if not I'll add more onto to the end of the video later, but lastly is Xenoclash UE, or I think it stands for like Ultimate Edition or something like that. Here's all of the extras for it. Got a lot of free content. It seems to be trailers mainly, or co-op challenges. Okay, or that's the co-op challenge trailer. Yeah, I got some pretty much all free content for it. And this is a first person beat 'em up fighting game. It's basically, it's an open world first person fighting game. You run around and, you know, find people and opponents to fight and stuff. You can use your hands and fists, or you can use weapons and things like that. I actually played I actually own and played the sequel to this, Xenoclash 2, on the PS3, and that was the first time I'd ever played, never really heard of Xenoclash or played it or anything like that, and I really enjoyed Xenoclash 2. It was a lot of fun. And back then I looked it up, and the first Xenoclash is only on the 360. It's only playable on the 360 apparently. Well, maybe it has a PC version, but I don't care about none of that. It's an Ace Team game. I like Ace Team's games.
Snoop D-O-double-G, that's me.
I like Ace Team's games. It makes some pretty cool, kind of underrated type of games in my opinion. And like I said, this is the ultimate edition, I believe, of Xenoclash. The only way to really play this on console is the 360 version. And like I said, this was pretty cool, so I wanted to throw this on here and download it. It's $9.99 and it's not playable on the Xbox One, surprisingly, which is pretty unfortunate, but whatever. Okay, here's one that kind of slipped under my radar for a second. I wasn't thinking about this game when I was scrolling through just now for this video. I came across this and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot they even had this. This is a game called Diabolical Pitch. And you may be wondering, why am I highlighting this? Because you can see by the developer, and by the way the game looks and all that stuff, if you've never seen or heard of this game before, this is a Grasshopper Manufacturer game, aka Suda51. And I freaking love his games, dude. Like Lollipop Chainsaw. I own like Killer's Dead, but I have not played it yet, but I want to. I really enjoyed Shadows of the Damned and stuff like that. I freaking love Suda51's games. I like I said, I pretty much love Suda51's games. I try to play like all of them if I can. And this game right here, I forgot this game existed. It's called Diabolic Pitch, and as you can see, it's the Suda51 game where he plays like this baseball pitcher, and just crazy Suda51 things ensue as you can see. But yeah, and I really wanted to get this game because like I said, it looks pretty cool, and it's a Suda51 game. I really want to play this game. Now the only caveat to this is, however, it's a Kinect game. Yep, you're going to have to. I'm pretty sure you cannot play this unless you have a Kinect system to play it with. I'm pretty sure it's Kinect required. I may be wrong about that. I haven't looked into that, but yeah, it's pretty much a Kinect only game. That's the only thing. So I still will buy this, and maybe one of these days I might pick up a Kinect and for this game, and maybe like something, and maybe like one other type of game that might look cool I've heard about, but yeah, I basically am picking up Diabolical Pitch for $10. Kinect required game, but I might pick up a Kinect eventually at some point. But I definitely want to get this because I'm pretty sure this doesn't have a physical. I do not think. I think it's just a downloadable digital game only. So once the store gets yoinked, this game is gone forever. You know, we can't lose a Suda51 game, man. Can't, even if it's a Kinect only game, can't lose it. So I'm definitely gonna buy this and just maybe get around to buying a Kinect one of these days for cheap to play this.
Okay, so this next up here is just like a little bonus part. It's gonna be kind of like a little rapid fire session, me just going through a handful of DLCs for games that I personally own. So if you happen to have these games, whatever, you want to check out the DLC for them, here you go. Alright, this first DLC up is for Alan Wake called The Signal. This is like the first DLC pack that the game ever received, I believe. It's a $6.99. And then the second DLC for Alan Wake is called The Rider, and that is also $6.99. Alright, so this next one is for American McGee's Alice Madness Returns. And here we have, they get the original Alice for free, so you can just download the original Alice game that comes with Alice Madness Returns. That's free. And they have a Weapons of Madness and Dresses pack, which gives you some extra weapon skins and some extra dresses and stuff. And that's for $1.99. And next here is DLC for Crackdown. We got a 4-player pack. I think this adds extra like characters or something. Yeah, it adds new agents. They got a free-for-all pack. Got a Getting Busy bonus pack. I believe that is, yeah, new weapons and stuff. So you can get like extra weapons and agents and things like that. And these are all free. Like all the DLC that adds additional content to the game, these are all free. Oh, and also while I was on here looking for this, I found out that apparently there was a Crackdown animated series or something. It's 5 parts, and I had no idea this it existed. So for Crackdown 2, so if you're a huge Crackdown fan, I guess you can go ahead and download this animated series too if you wanted. Alright, this next piece of DLC is for the game Dark Messiah of Might and Magic. As this maps, classes, and weapons pack. It includes some extra character classes, some new maps, and for like the game's multiplayer and some different weapons and things like that. And that's $4.99.
Okay, so this next one I couldn't find on the Xbox 360 store itself, so I had to go to the marketplace.xbox.com website to find this. But this is the outfit, Here you have a couple things here. You have some outfit picture packs. Well, the picture pack is free, but if you mainly want the DLC, you got collateral damage map pack, which that's free, and you also have the mayhem multiplayer map that's also free. So you get 2 free DLCs with the outfit and a couple picture packs or something like that.
I guess this next one is the original Prey from 2006, I believe. This has a bunch of this is just multiplayer stuff. I don't think this game has any DLC like for single player or anything like that, but it's all free. They're all either characters or maps for the game's multiplayer. That's pretty much all of the DLC the original Prey has. It's just character stuff. And to find this on the Xbox 360 store is a little tricky. I typed in just Prey, couldn't find it. I had to type in Prey 2006. Then I had to go to like I typed in Prey 2006. Then you find the single player and multiplayer demo. Go into that. Then you have to go and see full game. Go into that. And then there's the DLC for it. I don't know, some of the games on here kind of weird or tricky to find on the 360 itself. It might be easier just to go to like the marketplace website on the computer and download them and find them from there. It might be easier. But yeah, if you're trying to do it through the 360 itself, that's how you find Prey. It's a little weird to find this game on here, to find the DLC for some strange reason. Alright, this next one here is kind of a big one. It's for Rum Bros XX, and this game has a lot of extras in it, honestly. As you can see here, they're all various costumes and things like that. I guess because I think this game has a character creator in it, so if you want to use the different costumes for the character creator, you have the you can buy all the different costumes individually, of course. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of DLC for this. I looked through, it's about like, I think 90 pieces of DLC. But there's 96 total, but the rest are like picture packs or trailers or something like that. But like, if you want the costumes, it's like $1 a piece for 90 of them. So you're gonna be spending quite a bit of money if you so want the if you want the all the freaking costumes in this game. It's freaking insane how many costumes they had. I never realized this game had this many like costumes in it. That's insane. Alright, next game we got here is the original Saints Row. The DLC for this is right here. You got a Gangster pack, Funky Fresh pack. That's the Ho 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 pack is free. And I got other this map packs and stuff. So it's a combination of having to pay for some and then others are free. That's the highest co-op level is the Gangster thing. And then let's see. So yeah, that's all the DLC packs for the original Saints Row. Alright, and the last game I'm gonna show off here for my video is Too Human. This has one extra DLC pack. It got a free theme and stuff like that. And then for DLC is a Too Human pre-order armor sets. You get different sets of armor and stuff like that. You have 5 exclusive Too Human armor sets. So yeah, that's the last bit of DLC. Like I said, it wasn't every piece of DLC on the 360, so I'm not doing all of that. No, I just wanted to show you guys some like a few extra bonus pieces of DLC. These are all for games that I personally own, so I might get some of them on myself. So I thought I'd just go ahead and incorporate that into the videos, like a little bonus kind of lightning round of just a few random game pieces DLC. So hopefully that'll be useful to you guys if you decide to use this as a guide. And well, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my little digital shopping spree here on the Xbox 360 Marketplace store. One last time before it goes away forever, I guess. Sure, thanks Microsoft. But like I said, I wanted
to do this. I decided to make a video out of this because I wanted to showcase, you know, the games that I was personally getting, and maybe if anybody watches this video or comes across it before the store shuts down, you guys could use this as a potential guide as to what some games are out there, and try to show off, you know, the features for some of the games, you know, to see whatever else extras come with it and how much those cost. And you know, you guys can make your own lists and guides about what you want to buy or anything like that. And you know, if there's any games out there you guys thought looked pretty cool, you came across on a 360 store that you think I might like, or you want me to like check out and see if it's something I might enjoy, you know, be sure to leave a comment of it down in the comment section. You know, say what games you guys come across that I might have missed out on, you thought looked pretty cool or something like that. Or what games, you know, heck, even list some of the games you guys decided to pick up on the 360 store, and why you wanted to buy those. What about those games caught you guys' eye, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm StepMike35 and I'm out. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm out. Peace, and rest in peace the Microsoft 360 Marketplace store.